Honse. Honse. What's good, you? Good day to you. Do. Honse. This is close to Honse. It's like got 4 of the 5 letters. Honse, but backwards. How's it going, Eva?
What's up, Doc?
Alright. Let's shuffle it up and see
What's
what
up,
we
Doc?
got. Bombay? Bombay? The city of Bombay? Dart, zip, speed, and flash. They might also want skim, but skim and flip could be like as one goes through pages, right? Skim, flip, leaf, and thumb. Those are what those 4 are for sure. Leaf, skim, flip, and thumb is to take a cursory glance at a book. I was playing Rayman, like an OG or like which particular one? Bustle. Missus? Hoisin like sauce, oyster sauce, plum sauce, and soy sauce. Bustle, Bombay, Missus, and floppy. This feels like it's got some shit to do with movies. 30th anniversary. Starting with synonyms for dud. Bomb, bust, flop, and miss. Fair, fair. All right, someone give me a starting Wordle word. Wordle Wordle. Okay, nothing is something plus a letter or the other way around. Yeah, this time around at least. Solar. That makes sense. Stunt. Ooh, we got the S and the A. Good start today. Let's go with dunce. Dunce. Ooh, we got the D and the U as well. Okay. But not the U here. So it's probably S blank U A D. Wait, S blank U A D. No. S D. Can it be an AU? Word, perhaps? Saw? No. The A's got to be fourth. But the U can't be second. This word is easy but hard. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get it soon enough. I don't like SD, so it must be U and D. It must be S and then blank, and then UAD or DAU. Oh, I know what this word is. Oh, do you now? Oh, hold on. Let me look at it for a second. Squad? Yeah, gotta be squad. Yeah, Solar, I agree. Squad. Squad. Got it in 3. Easy. Squad. Sounds like everybody kind of had it going on. Me and the squad cracking the wordle. Let's start with squad over here as well. Squad. All right. We're about halfway between squad and the end of the dictionary. Halfway between squad and the end of the dictionary. Tried? I don't think that's gonna be well. Maybe like an end of T word could be about halfway because most of these words are going to be concentrated in the like S and T's, right? I'm still very sick, sick with it, right? Sorry. Um, I hope you get better. Uh, uvula is what we're gonna go with. Okay, can't be vowel anymore. It probably is a U word. Some fucker gave some fucker. Just some dude. I guess I could still try tried. United. It probably is a late T word. I actually think. Well, I don't know that for sure. Typed, perhaps? Maybe a super late T word? Oh, no, we are in the U's. Okay. Under, um, I'll try under first. Under. Okay, we're after under. Un, untie? Okay, so we're somewhere in the U ends. Adolf? No, no, that's not quite it. Un undie. No. Un undie? Technically, like that's not a word anybody would ever use, but in theory you could use that prefix with die. Apparently they don't think so though. Undie. Um, is that even that's like that's slang, isn't it? That why would that even count? Yeah. Like that's technically not a word. Undo. I like undo. No, not quite. That was the next word in the list. Und und unda? No, it probably is a U-N-E or a U-N unfit, perhaps? Unda. No, it was unfit. I didn't think there were going to be very many U-N-E words, so I went to F. Um, all right, so I was discussing this with a couple of people yesterday. Do you think it would be a good idea to just do all of the dulls at either the beginning or the end? Because I do find that sometimes when I have a large people who come for the gameplay content and then I do the dulls at the end, most people leave, which is fine because they're there for the content, but it makes it harder to rate out to other people if most people leave in the last 20 minutes of my stream. So I'm wondering if I should move everything to the beginning to just let more people come in, or if that wouldn't really make sense. Do all the dulls first? Do we tend to agree on that? Then I shall. All right, let's move everything here. All right, all right. Give me the global then. Austria. Austria is not too close, but it's at least in the same hemisphere. In the beginning. So we're kind of on this sort of. I feel like that's around 4,000, right around here, right? Qatar. Not a bad guess. Qatar, about 3,200 away. So either we've moved down to like this part of Africa, so potentially actually Chad, or we're up here in like, I don't think it could be Russia, but maybe it could be like, I don't know, one of the stands perhaps. I'm gonna start with a little bit of Chad. Hey, we are next to Chad. Congo. Congo, I think might be a little too far away, but I will go with Congo just to see, because I might be wrong. It is also adjacent. Okay, so we're looking for a country right in here. Right in here. I don't think Sudan can work anymore. I'm pretty sure Sudan's over here, right? Oh, was YouTube not working at the beginning? Damn. Yeah, it took a while today, didn't it? What's up, blocks? Central African Republic? Is that a thing? Oh no. Twitch did not like that word. That one's fine. Allow it through. Um, if you're talking about Niger, Niger is up here. 11 minutes. Oof. Um, Central African Republic. Huh. So it is. Wow. Ooh, 120 today. See, you got to keep your streak. You still got it, Jaeger. Um, Also, I guess I can go ahead and start playing some music here. Space Joker. Very well. No scaling, no RNG, less cost. It's probably one of the stupid commons again. I'm gonna go with feeling devious today. Nope, not devious. Marcus Jordan soup and salad. Okay, it's a $3. $3. And not chips. $3 Joker, not chips. I'm pretty sure that has to be Jolly, right? I can't think of too many other. Nah, Joker's too. Oh, $3 but not malt either. This is actually an interesting one then. Because there aren't a whole lot of $3. Like I think even maybe it could be Drunkard. Is Drunkard 3? Gift card, no, gift card's uncommon. Who is Dimrain 47? I have no idea. Wait, in what respect? Where do you see that name? We have a free 3D print service at my school. I found that out today. A lot of schools have started doing that. I didn't really get a whole lot of that until I was in university. I think my high school had a 3D printer when I went, but it was only for people who were in like artistic classes. How's it going, Rex? Music. Oh, yeah. He's one of those guys that does the electronic that you guys post a lot, right? A $3. It might just have to be Drunkard. No, Drunkard is 4. What is this? Can it be the hand size one? I thought that one cost $4, but maybe I'm mistaken. Do you think they'll let me print a 5-file print project where I need 4 plates, 8 bracket bars, and 16 nubs? I don't know enough about 3D printing to know. I have to imagine they'd probably let you do it if you just spread it out over a little bit of time, but maybe ask them. Turtle bean's also uncommon. The hand? I think the hands one does cost 3. What the fuck is juggler? Juggler costs 3? Nope, juggler costs 4. That's what I thought. 4 fingers is uncommon. Um, huh. Affects hands or discards amount or makes hands easier to play. There just aren't very many jokers that cost three. It's just not coming to mind. I think the hands one does cost three. Oh no, I read that already. Going okay, about to go home. How are you? I'm doing well. We're about to Uma after we finish the dulce. I asked, but it seems like a lot. Although we have three 3D printers and here in Germany, that's a lot. The Epstein Joker, amazing. So topical. Um, I asked, but it seems maybe just spread them out over a little bit of time. You know what I mean? And split it into a few different jobs. Print once a week or something. I don't know, twice a week, rather than hogging one for a long time. Unless it seems like they're free. And then I don't know, go for it. Umamusume Celebrity Derby. No hose? Correct, no hose. Stream over already? No, what? I have to say my Blala mod is very interesting to play, especially now that every cryptid is equally likely. If you've made it so that they have a random every cryptid joker has a random chance, could you potentially set them to zero so that you could do the like every time you play a hand, you gain a random cryptid card? Drake and Josh didn't die for this. Drake and Josh are still alive, brother. They didn't die at all. Um, okay, I'm actually gonna scroll through because I need to think about what this could be. Ooh, you're gonna have a cat starting this weekend? Huge. At least for wait, on the weekends or this weekend? Didn't Drake and Josh die for our sins? No, I don't think so. Chaos the Clown. No. Delayed Grat, no. Pareidolia, no. Supernova Ride the Bus. Egg. Burglar. I don't think Burglar is three. I don't think Burglar is common either. Yeah, correct. That was Cory in the House. You are correct. Splash. Splash. Splash does make hands easier to play. It allows you to count all of the cards. Cory in the House is my favorite anime. It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out. Did you know they use ketamine to treat depression? Well, consider me depressed. Um, let's go with no, I do the Beatles too much. Guys, we got the Beatles in one like less than a week ago. It's not gonna be the Beatles for like at least another 3 months. Um, you think Uma sniffed cat? Um, depends on the era it's set in, I guess. Linkin Park, sure. Male, US. Not six members, not rock. After 2005, less than 100 popularity. So can't be Harry Styles or Nirvana anymore. Obviously can't be the Beatles anymore because Goldship was for sure a Ket fiend. You could see them when they go into the starting gate. They're like, whew. They're just like flipping out. That's why they wouldn't get into the stable in the first place. They wouldn't get into the gate because they were freaking out. Uh, Solar. I feel like you're focusing on Epstein a little bit much in situations where he's not involved. Any particular reason? Green Day. No, they're around the same time. Old Gods of Asgard. No, they don't make the list. We're after 2005. After 2005. It could be Dave. Hold on. No, Dave was from the UK. Dave was from the UK. Maroon 5. I want to say Maroon 5 was from around this time as well. Black Veil Brides? Black Veil Brides, I could maybe see if they're on the list. No, they're not either. The Old Gods of Asgard? Oh, that band is fictional? Hey, man. That is absolutely a name that could exist. That could absolutely exist. We had Dave. Dave is apparently a rapper from the UK. Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars might be a little too popular. I think Bruno Mars cracks the top 100, but I'll try it. Yeah, he does. We are looking at a 2010 solo male pop artist, though. 2010 solo male pop artist. Okay. I don't think it could be a Rammstein. Bad Bunny, not American. Mm-mm-mm. Correct, Lex. Um, Solo pop. Solo pop. Puerto Rico is American, not according to this. Yes, it does count him as Puerto Rican. We have guessed him before. Technically a territory of the US, whether the game counts it or not varies from game to game. Um, I guess you know what? You know what clarifies this? This does say United States of America, which is Puerto Rico is not in the United States of America, right? It is not a state by their own volition. I don't know why. But Jelly Roll. No. Chris Brown. Is he not he's either R&B or hip hop, is he not? Pretty sure he's R&B. Pronounce it Rammstein. 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 You have fun guessing bands. All right. I'll see you around, Lux. Um, 2010. I honestly can't tell you what the specific divisions are for genres when it comes to pop. Yeah, sometimes pop is just Solar. Like going out of my way to ignore Sex Bob-omb. Like, what is that? That's the Scott Pilgrim band. Jesus. Achievement got pronounced a German band correctly. Yeah. Something tells me it doesn't make the list though. I'm trying to remember some pop artists that came out around 2010. So that would be early middle school, middle of middle school for me. Um, who the fuck is this? 2010 pop artists. Can't be. I mean, Gautier was around that time, but very much not American. Um, I don't suppose they consider Pitbull pop. I mean, he's clearly hip hop, but he does. Justin Bieber is actually not the worst guess. I think Justin Bieber might be just a little bit before this. He might have been like '08 or something, but I'm not actually 100% on that. Kanye's too popular. Kanye is like number 3 or something. Oh, I forgot Bieber is Canadian. Kanye is too popular, yeah. I'm surprised Bieber is still as popular as he is. Amazing Solar. Might have to come back to this one. Might have to come back to this if we're not getting any good guesses in right now. Okay, go away. Blank is a blank blank and blank blank in blank blank. Okay, city. It is a city. Ed Sheeran, not American. Why is Bieber number 5? Oh, do people in school still hate Justin Bieber? That was a thing when we were growing up too. Is a blank city? 4-letter city. Isn't Bieber a meth addict? I don't fucking know, man. I don't give a shit about Justin Bieber, man. I don't keep up with him. I don't dislike him or like him because I just don't care. Um, this is in Germany. No, it's not. Europe. It seems that we're in Europe for the blank blank within a blank. Blank blank over blank blank. Million? Uh, what? What would have to do with a blank of over blank point blank million? Okay. Population. I don't think it's actually German though, because Germany isn't mentioned until way down here. In blank. Okay, so here's another thing. It's a city in blank blank. Now that phrasing is weird. Um, Capital? I don't think it is. After the European blank blank, it is blank. After the European blank, blank it as the European capital of blank. The phrasing here is weird because, right, usually if it's a city, it's already written as the city and then the country. So if it's a city in a blank blank, it makes me think that it's in like a state in a country or something like that, right? This isn't America, right? No. Is it in a German state or something? Possibly. This is the dull stream. We've decided to just do all the dulls at the beginning. This is usually how long we spend on them, though. Just split up between the beginning and the end. The Vatican. I don't see the. I'll type in Vatican. No, no Vatican, no Vatican. French, France. No, Italy. No. Although Italy and France are both mentioned. Where the fuck is this? Oh, wow. Way down there. All right. Italy is not really mentioned very much. I lied. Not until the very, very end. Switzerland. Switzerland? Feels a little bit of a... Czechoslovakia? I think that might be a little too long. North. Ah, north, east, west, south. Near the blank blank. It is blank on the blank blank of the blank blank bank. No. Side is on the blank side of the blank blank. Near the blank blank. Blank blank. So it's probably riverside or lakeside or something like that. I've seen a lot of there's a lot for Europe. Europe has 27 mentions, so I think we are definitely in Europe. It is as the European capital of blank for blank. Blank blank over blank, and it's also using euros to calculate its value or GDP or whatever. Um, so maybe it's the capital of some particular craft or trade or something like that. Um, uh, I don't suppose it's just England. Okay, it is in England. There you go. And blank blank in blank England. Yorkshire. I mean, that's the right number of letters. Nope, unfortunately not. Are we in Thames? Thames River? That comes to mind, but no. You, England? Damn, y'all just hate everything European, don't you? Fair number of y'all live there too. Sports. Football. Norfolk? I don't know, Manchester? Nope. Although Manchester is mentioned. Liverpool? There we go. It's one of them. As soon as football actually showed up a few times, hey look, they added pictures. All right, we're gonna have to leave this bottle because I'm not thinking of it right now. Zoop. Oh, music didn't carry over. There it is. All right, let's Uma it. I'm prettying my derby. I'm just that good. What can I say? Football. I can see that came to see the spottle now that I have food. Here's your spottle. Do you know any 2010 solo pop artists? Male. Usher. I'm fairly certain Usher is R&B. I don't think Jelly Roll is from 2010. Maybe I'm mistaken about that, but I think he's later than that. Tayo Cruz. That doesn't sound American. Maybe he is, but usually I find that when these sorts of names tend to be associated with like Latin singers. You're sure he is American? Because if he is, I'm gonna click on him. But around the time of Justin Bieber, yeah, we were looking at Disney and boy band guys. It's a solo artist though. But you're right, there is Disney. I hadn't thought about like Disney singers. Fucking Zac Efron ass. Does he actually make the list? Zac Efron makes the list. Okay, I have to click on him. He's a little too early, a little too early. Tao Cruz is British? Okay. So it still doesn't work, but he's not like a Latin singer or anything. Okay. Let me think I know a few. All right, I'll set it over on this side over here. I'll put a pin in it. All right, I did some of my dailies. I haven't done all my dailies yet. Got to do at least one of these. Ooh. Suddenly I've hated seeing Curran. If I see Curran in my sprint races, I have to assume I'm going to get my shit rocked. I guess we'll see how we do. I don't usually expect to get too many good runs on team trials. I only need the one win, and I've already got it, right? 108's not great. 98 on a loss is obviously awful. 97 on a loss. I mean, awful's a strong word. That's actually a decent score for a loss, but it's not going to set any records. We get what, like 540 or something? 550? 548, yeah. Not bad though. Not bad. We've already got what's our record today? I think it was like 613 for this week, so shouldn't be any issues there. I highly doubt anybody's going to be setting the bar above 615. Yeah, 615.3. We'll be fine. I'll real quick go over my champions meeting results. His real name is Jacob. Well. So, at the beginning, I was running El Condor Pasa, Daiwa Frontrunner, and this Ace Taishin. This Taishin did well for me despite honestly, these are pretty ass stats. These are not great stats for this CM. The fact that she won a couple times at all is honestly pretty impressive. The skills are also kind of whatever. The gap closer is good. The corner adept is good, of course, but she really had to trigger like everything for it to work out. Which she didn't because she only had 960 wit. But these two, Jason Derulo came to mind. Ooh. Jason Derulo does come to mind, but I don't know if he's considered pop. He is, and he's the answer. Very nice. They were playing Ooh, What You Say? um, Hold on. Let me make sure the game audio is coming through as well now that we're done with that. Although Spottle is wrong. What's up, Smokey? What? What's up? You have food out there.
Smokey said that you is a bitch DJ. Bowls empty bud in
No, no. He can't say that because the dish is not empty. I'm actually about to go pick him up and show him that he has food. Smokey.
Come here. Come here, Fuzzy. Yeah.
Cat. Cat. I'll be right back. There, he has been informed that he has food. My Fuji currently sits at a pleasant 30% win rate. Same, brother, same. But not with Fuji, with Pasa. And this is a Pasa that I was running alongside Daiwa as a front runner, which means that she also actually has a harder time triggering her ult. She places really well generally, though. I've been running her the whole time. I started running this debuffer Taishin, who obviously doesn't win jack diddly shit because 3 of her skills are debuffs, but she definitely has won me races with those debuffs. This Bakshin I ran once or twice, didn't really work out, but she was getting out of the way of Pasa. And then I had an air groove that I ran the last time. Not a great one, but she got the sprint S, and she won one race. That wasn't too bad. So what I'm probably running for the finals is air groove, Pasa, Daiwa. Those 3. We'll see how it goes. It's so funny seeing people crashing out on Twitter over this CM. Next one's gonna be worse, man. There's only like 3 options. I'm okay, here's my cooking, all right? We're gonna cook here. You're gonna have to bear with me while I cook. Let me go ahead and pull up the racetrack list. So we're gonna talk about this. This is our racetrack. This is our racetrack for this CM. We got a 1600 dirt. Okay? It's I believe it's firm conditions. We're still in winter. This is the last winter race. We're going left-handed again. They post 3 Umas that are very unoptimized and slightly below benchmark stats and crack that CM is just gambling. The CM is a little bit of gambling, but you can absolutely stack the odds in your favor this CM. Like, there are no, like, guarantees, but, yeah. Okay, so this particular race, I am considering a front runner Christmas Ogre cap. Christmas Ogre, for those who don't know, she gets a recovery, a blue recovery, a velocity boost, and an acceleration boost with her ult. Her ult triggers if you recover stamina 3 times. So you need 3 stamina recoveries to go off, and then her ult triggers. So generally with Christmas Ogre, what you're trying to do is find a good timing for it to trigger and pick a skill that can consistently trigger it. So for me, I look at this late race and I immediately see a consistent trigger here on this uphill. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to take Moxie, which is the only recovery skill that triggers on uphills, and I'm going to use that as my activation condition, which means that she needs to be a front runner. Now she has an F front, which means that I do have to get a little bit lucky. I have to get 1 spark during a career. But that is the idea, is to trigger her here. Brother, you are bringing a butter knife to a gunfight. I at least brought a decently sharp knife with me. Christmas Ogre for this CM and having to proc 3 stam recoveries seems like giga gambling. Wait, why? There's a very consistent one right here. 3 recoveries seems pretty straightforward, actually, because you can go corner recovery, you can go 777. Those 2 are both consistently going to trigger before this uphill, and then you trigger it on the uphill. Because for mile you don't need, well, now I need even less. I can just completely ignore stamina. For a dirt mile, I feel like you still want in like the 600 to 700 range to be safe. With Christmas Ogre, you could go 300 plus 3 blues or 400 plus 3 blues, right? Like, it's not like the sprint CM where you're naturally going to almost reach your stamina requirements and then, like, overkill it with the stamina. You can absolutely run Christmas Ogre on a mile and not overcap on stamina. I'm going for 500 on my pace chasers. I'll be sure to bring a couple of stamina debuffers just for people like you who try to min stam check. I'm sure I'll kill a couple people because 500 on a pace chaser is rolling the dice. We're gonna talk about gambling. Oh, I hope I don't rush. Like, it seems kind of good to have only 3 blues if you're going Moxie. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 3 blues. I'm gonna go like the basic version of all of them, and I'm gonna go just wit maxing. We's going wit maxing, because what are the odds on, let me go ahead and pull up this document. I know I have a document that's sort of it's like, it tells me what wit checks give what odds. Stats. Wisdom. Jesus, why do you have to make the it's um the odds of a skill triggering is 6.5 divided by log base 10 quantity zero point 0.1 times wisdom plus 1 squared. Good lord. Um well, I can see that the odds of triggering a blue skill with like let's say conservatively we probably get like 1,000 wit. I can see that that odd is probably going to be above 90% by a little bit. Maybe right around 90% actually. Um so with a 90%, you've got like a pretty solid like 70% or so chance of triggering all three blues. That's fairly consistent. Um, I don't think it's worth going for four recoveries in that case. I feel like in that case you're more likely to trigger all four and accidentally hit the boost early. Um, Anyways, so I'm gonna run a front runner Ogre. I'm gonna run a front runner El Condor Pasa. Because I'm running a front runner, I've learned from this CM. Running a front runner makes Pasa's ult harder to trigger. So I'm gonna run front runner Pasa so that they can both bounce off each other, and also Pasa's ult is easier to trigger because it requires top two. And then I'm gonna run Taiki. And we're just gonna run a pace Taiki. The fact that there's two people in front of her also makes her ult easier to trigger if she's near the front. The Sagittarius Gambit table had 70% chance to trigger 3, but that's with like 900 to 1,000 wit. Okay, so if I could get it a little bit higher than that, the number even goes higher. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid like loadout. I need a couple more frontrunner sparks to do that. So that's what we're doing today. I'm running parent trainings, and I'm gonna try to get some frontrunner sparks. Because I found an absolutely cracked out of its fucking mind Borrow. I need you guys to see this shit. Look at this. Look at this psychopath Thayun Sky. Look at this shit. 3-star power, 3-star frontrunner, 3-star angling and scheming, and 14 white skills. Like, what the fuck is this? This needs to be in the lineage somewhere, man. So that's one of the grandparents. Race sparks are fake. I'm running Suzuka just so that I have a 1 in 4 of the front, right? All I want's like a 2-star front spark. We're good. I actually got a decent one last night. It wasn't front. I got a 2-star wit, 3-star medium with a few white sparks that were all front runner relevant. So it felt pretty good. I really just need to, where's my, this is probably the one bad thing about this training is the Haru that I have to run, which has really bad affinity because she's a dirt only Uma, which means she can't really share any of these races with any of the others. At least not easily. So she's gonna affect my affinity, but I should be able to do fine because this Seiyun also, I don't know how the fuck they did this, but they won 34 races in this campaign, so like the affinity is also through the roof. And I've been running just 4 wit, 2 speed, and hoping to get either 1100 speed or 1100 wit. 600 power comes naturally. And I can usually hit my stamina breakpoints by just training it once or twice in the middle and picking it for events. Race sparks, the trigger chance is 1/3 as much as skill sparks. Is that actually the true? Hold on. I thought they were both like 20%. Or is that just like from experience? Okay, I like this loadout generally. I guess I could drop the Agnes Tachyon, but I can't really because of this. Well, I don't care about the 35%. I could also see about dropping 1 wit, going 2 speed, 3 wit, and going for like a random stamina or guts card that might have some relevant skills. Something like Winter Runner, right? Something like Playtime's Over and Slipstream and Speed Eater, right? Speed Eater's also mean. Oh, it's got my... Hold on, we're running Enos Fujin. One of my few SSRs that has a limit break. So we'll run this. The guts will get us the rest of the way for what we need on stamina for this career. It's 20% for a skill to become a spark. Per inspiration event, a skill spark has a base 3% chance per star to trigger. And this is all affected by affinity as well, right? Affinity with a given parent affects how high that chance goes. Race spark is 1% per star. Ah, so when triggering through inspiration, it's a lower chance. I see. The chance to get those sparks is the same. It's just the chance to actually see them in a run afterwards is lower. Okay. Gotcha. Right, give me the key to sun hint. You've got some corner depth in there for me, right? Easy. Show me left-handed. Okay, we'll take the wet. We'll take the wet. We can't win them all. Take the recreation. Nice. Normally I like to gamble on the top one here, but my mood's actually not maxed, so I don't mind taking the bottom, guaranteeing the 30 stamina, the 30 energy recovery later. I don't hate that power training. I don't hate the guts training either. The other thing with URA finale, or the URA scenario in general, is that you do have to just worry about what you're clicking on. Like, yeah, this one's slightly better, and I would prefer to click on this. But since I'm mainly going to be clicking on Wits, Gut, and Speed during this campaign, and it does matter how many times you click on each, because that's how they level up in this campaign, I'm going to click on the Guts anyways. Ooh, a positive look of the sky. To the 20%, add 2.5% for each parent and grandparent with the same spark. Yes! I do remember that part. We got 10 speed, and did I hit? Yeah, okay, that was just all refreshed. We'll take the wit here. Yeah, we don't gain any energy, but it was like 3 anyways. Who cares? No, not Kita-san. I'm gonna click on the one that has the lowest so that we can kind of balance them as they go up. You don't want to get stuck with one that's still at like 1 bar when all the others are maxed, because then they're just never gonna end up maxed. And there's that 30 energy we were talking about. Delicious. Sure, Enos. Most of your skills are good. You wouldn't give me steadfast, right? Good. And if I read if you read the guide correctly, it seems to me that the oft-repeated observation that grandparent sparks trigger half as often comes from JP, where parents often have 300+% affinity, and grandparents often have 100% affinity, so 200%. Currently on global, I think parents tend to have more like plus 60%, and grandparents tend to have more like plus 30%. So it's not actually like double. It's more like they have double the extra chance. I see what you mean. Am I weird for wanting the Enos Fujin over this one? Maybe I'm a little weird. I do feel like I should maybe click stamina once or twice just to make sure that I don't lose some of these early mediums that I end up running. I was thinking that I might be wasting my time trying to get Frontrunner Sparks since I was only training a Frontrunner Ogre, but now that I'm also training a Frontrunner Pasa, I actually think it makes a lot of sense to maybe get a Spark or 2. You just know that when you're watching a video essay and they say, I will try to be as unbiased as possible, you will listen to some insanely biased shit for the next 15 minutes. I'm gonna try to be unbiased, and then like the subtext there is, I have a lot of opinions. You will get about 30% of them, but it will still be very biased. I mean, I think it really is double on JP, but you think it's double as like a product of the way their affinities are so inflated, though? Or do you think it's like actually mechanically different from how it used to be? Oh Jesus, here we go.
Androgenic has assembled the most catastrophic MOG alliance in PSL history to avenge Clavicular. Wall the Max, PSL 7 Adamantium Framesol Berserker, no H build can stop him. Lokimog, PSL 8 Gigachad Trickster Max Xa, aura so high it causes instant Gestagoon in enemies. The ASU frat leader triggered a rank war he was never prepared for.
You're right, those are funny as shit because it's so like it's like a fever dream of a message. You can kind of tell what they're saying, but it's like why did you have to say it that way? He has a consequence of plus 300% or plus 100% from affinity. Okay. Fuck skills. Skills are for nerds. Suzuka runs fast and eats ass. Got a blast! Easy clap, go next. Suzuka really does have one of the easiest campaigns you can find. It's just the most basic social interactions pushed through a thick mass of jargon. Yeah, it's not even like... Looks maxing can basically just be they care about their image, right? Getting mogged just means they're better. Have I mentioned to you that some of our info comes from patent filings? That's what... I have actually heard that. Maybe it was you who mentioned it, actually, in that case. But yeah, they like reverse engineered based on some patent filings, right? War Thunder ass info. Me when I really need to win an online internet argument, so I hack the government, as one does. Bro, I need some wit. Where the fuck are all the wit cards? Going to the wit. Go to the wit. I'm asking for wit. Give me wit. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, another good look at the sky. Those are very hit or miss. For reference, that particular event can give you mood up or mood down. It can give you speed up or it can lower your energy, I think. So getting speed up and mood up is the best possible option. Hey, look, there's all the wit cards. Neat. I don't really care about your hint there. Thanks. I can see right through you. My level 1 speed going into late October, but I still have 350. That's still so crazy to me that they wanted to win so bad they leaked classified documents. Get fucked. Get owned. And in their head, they were probably like, they'll never see this shit coming. It was classified. I either hit 5 positive look at the sky in a single run or it's 3 mood downs in a row. No in between. Yup. I feel that. I might click a power here. She's in a plenty good spot. I don't need to worry about her. We are going to be running all of the races, though. Ah, there goes the mood down. We will be running all of them. My agendas. I don't think any of these agendas are what I need, so I am gonna go through and manually slap these bitches in here. We're running the Satsuki most likely. We are running the NHK Mile for sure. We are definitely running the Japanese Derby. We are definitely running the Takarazuka. I don't think I'm gonna run the Yasta so that we have that cooldown turn. We are definitely running the Shupisho. In theory, I could run the Triple Tiara, but there's not a lot of reason to, because most people run the Triple Crown, so I might as well run the Triple Crown ones where I can, these two. But she's not good for longs, so you can't run her on the longs. We'll decide between the JC and the Mile Championship, depending on my speed when I get there and my stamina. Osaka High, we're running not the Tenno. Victoria Mile, we're running the Yasuda Year 3. We're running the, once again, either the JC or the Mile C, and we'll decide if we want to run the Queen Elizabeth. The second cup when the time comes. There you go. That's a bit too much speed to ignore. I ran 42 Suzuka careers, by the way. Yeah, of course, this streamer has an agenda. Typical. You made me curious about how many of these I've run. How many Suzuka careers have I run? Don't care about the Hall of Fame. Trainer notes. Suzuka is my second most run behind Daiwa Scarlet. Narita Taishin used to be in front until I started parent farming recently. Silence Suzuka. How many campaigns have I run of you? 44. You just got career mogged. Is that how I use that? I'm pretty sure that's correct. Damn. Guess we're going none of these, bitch. Recreate. Boom. Alright, I probably will take a skill or two here. Maybe a little bit corner adept. Maybe a little bit of playtimes over. A little bit corner adept, a little bit playtimes over. That seems like two good ones. Already got 3 hints on both of them, so it doesn't feel too bad. Just make sure you can kind of get those early wins, maybe. I have been mogged, Sag. Chat mugged, pipes dropped. 1.5 over Hishi, that's not too bad. I'm Cat. So you are. So you are. Marvelously marvelous. There's very little that could get me to not run this race. Suzuka is simply too good, especially in career. I don't know about this race. This race will be a toss-up, especially with no other frontrunners. We did fine. By a neck. By a neck. We'll pretend like it wasn't even close. Energy every time. Ooh, that's a good enough stamina that I'm probably going to click on it. You can see our friendships weren't super great year 1. They were fine enough, but there's still a couple of characters that we're waiting on. It happens. Always click the bottom one because we gamba here. Given how bad the other ones are, I think I will be taking this wit. I do wish instead of a 10% guts, she had a 10% strength or wit. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. The guts isn't great, but it'll have to do. Power? No, I'd rather not if I could help it. I'm kind of 50-50 between the guts and the speed here. I think I'll take the guts. There's that easy points. Like calculated gamba? Correct. It's only like a 10% failure, so in a sense it is a calculated gamba. We go guts again? Chasing Brilliance. You're a little late to the party there, Kia-san, but thanks anyways. Am I interested in any other skills that I have hints for? Because otherwise I don't care to buy them. This is a parent run. You are trying to get as many skills as you can, so generally I'm not going to buy any unless they have at least 3 hints, or they're, like, pivotal. Pretty easy G2 win. The length by which I won is a little bit concerning. If I already have a lot of... Yeah, I won't gamble unless I'm getting at least, like, 20-ish out of it. But otherwise, I'm always gambling. Yep. The way I look at it, you get 30 energy as a random one-off event, right? And even if you get the slow metabolism, you click on the infirmary, you still get 20 energy out of that, you get rid of the debuff. It's like you clicked rest, right? You get 50 energy out of it for one lost turn. That's like clicking rest. Now, of course, you could fail the infirmary, in which case the horse was glue anyways, but I know I have to do more parent runs, but it just kills the fun of the game. Honestly, I find them a little bit relaxing. I thought I was going to think that as well, but now that I've done a few, it's just like I'm not really looking for anything in particular. You know what I mean? Like, I can hit 600 on 3 stats and be like, that's a reasonable parent. You know what I mean? I click on the exclamation mark a lot. And that's the play. Okay, I guess we're E end closer now. That's cool. 5 hints for ignited spirit speed is kind of nifty. I'd probably go ahead and take that real quick. That's, yeah, neat. Honestly, wet conditions isn't a horrible take either. We're not in wet conditions though now, are we? My stamina's not great for this. We'll see. Especially when I do like 10 runs and I just don't get any useful parents. Okay, I don't do that many runs, so maybe that's the difference. I'll do like a couple a day. Because they tend to be pretty fast and loose and just... It does annoy me when I don't get what I want. Like, when I do many runs in a row and I don't get what I want. I'm gonna take the straightaway adept hints because I'm looking for hints. Wet conditions, something, something, your mother. 1% failure. Nah, we can do better than these. We can do better than these. I'm still waiting for... Oh, man. It's always awful when you get that energy up one on a turn where you're already energy full. It's like, okay, so you're just mood downing me. Gotcha. No good, only bad. Gotcha. 1 length over Taiki. Hey, that's a pretty solid showing. Not sure I can win the Japanese Derby right now, but thank you for the elated coverage. Thank you for the mood back down, but at least we got the speed out of it. We got any recoveries? I don't really want to take rosy outlook, so I guess we're just hoping we're good. That's what we gotta do. We just gotta hope we're good. Japanese Derby is at least left, right? I guess I'll take left-handed. That'll probably pay off a few times. Wait. Classic, the mood up into mood down. At least the mood up did something. The worst is when you get the mood up into the mood down after you were already great, so it's just a mood down, and it's like, you couldn't have waited a turn? Fuck you. Ooh, still get first. Hello? What makes me pissed is when I get mood downs, do recreation, and then another mood down. Yeah, or when you do a recreation, and then the next turn you get a mood up, like, in between, from, like, an event, and you're like... We are seeing that these are really shit trainings, right? Like, I'm not crazy here, these are just shit trainings. Nope, don't want the left-handed hint. In fact, you never take the left-handed hint in this event, by the way. It's never good. Suzuka has left-handed innate to her kit, so taking a hint on left-handed is at best 9 skill points versus 5 speed and 15 skill points. It's just always better to take the skill points. Do I care about the Takarazuka Kinen? I guess I do. I run it guaranteed next year, so like I don't need to run it this year. I'm going to anyways, get fucked. 6 length victory, easy clap, but thank you, Etsuko. Look at that. Totally worth it. Etsuko's like, I got you. If I hit 600 on 3 stats, I consider it a 1 run, as far as parents are concerned. If I don't hit 600 on 3 stats, I'm actually kind of amazed that I actually completed the campaign at that point. Though I have one worse. If I can get 1100 speed, that would be ideal, but you can clearly see that my trainings are pretty shit this time around. I don't expect to actually hit that. The power will be easy, though. I guess I could train this power right now. That's actually not a bad power training. Get some Enos value. Also, Limbus company 3-year anniversary next week. I read that because they're giving away a selector ticket just for attending the event for some of the most broken characters in the game. That's good. We like a bit of broken character. Well, am I willing to train this just to get both of these guys up to orange? And it's a hint, too. I think I am. I'm pretty willing to train that. Ramp up. Nice. They literally hate money. Well, I don't know about all that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Their method of making money is simply, appeasing the customer more thoughtfully than some other big companies do. Money is the ultimate evil, serious? Yeah. But, like, also the source of a lot of, motivation for people. Though one could argue that it's a source of motivation because it is necessary in society. Rested up. All refreshed. Ooh, Enos Fujin back-to-back. Love it. Moxie. Moxie. Now, in theory, I'm getting another level of Moxie from Bourbon's event chain as well, right? So I shouldn't take that yet. But it is there. Well, you don't give me 2 selectors for free if you like like money. You make me pay for it. But now you'll pay for it because you like the company. See, that's the idea. Forerunner and... Oh, who the fuck are you? I mean, I know who you are, but, like, what are you doing here? I don't know how much I like running this race. I think I ran Queen Elizabeth in year 3. Well... Nah, we got some skill points. Just spend them on something. Professor of Curvature. Not gonna get any more hints on that, of course. And we'll take a good little bit of ramp up. No, we'll take a concentration. That's a good way to lose a race, is accidentally getting a super late start or something. It's a good way to lose a race. I actually won't because I don't have 20 euros to spare for that particular pack with the 3rd selector. Well, someone might. There you go. Probably got a late start. Good news, we run so many goddamn races, I don't think it's gonna matter too much. We'll just run it year 3 as well. Hey, there you are, Bourbon. Give me that Moxie hint, and then I'll go take Moxie. 2nd place usually implies that you did, like, a late start, or you got blocked or something like that. It usually doesn't imply that you ran out of stamina. So I'm not too concerned about my stamina here. It took me a little while to realize you're not running it in the Unity Cup. Yeah, running parent runs on URA makes more sense because you get more turns to run races. You don't have to worry as much about bubbles and such. There's less RNG elements. You don't get as good as stats, but that doesn't matter really for parents generally. Like, as long as you're hitting that 600 breakpoint. You know what I mean? What is this garbage fucking turn? What is this? Stinky! There's not really... I mean, maybe I'm running another race. Jesus. Nah, I'll train the wit. Whatever. I gotta go back to URA and try to hit 14k score for some more Glimmer. Damn, have people actually been running out of Glimmer? I saw someone randomly get Twin Turbo's chain event, take the top option, 10 speed, over the 20 energy, which is already wild. And then later get the second event and take the 25 energy. That's pretty crazy, actually. Like, that's the ultimate gambling. Man, this run sucks balls. Holy. Okay, you're at green already. Don't need to worry about that. I guess I'll just click this. Not even running out of glimmer, just want to grab it. Word. I shake my fist at thee. Give me the guts. I'm gonna hit the power, one way or another. Bro. I don't know when the last time I saw this few friendship trainings was. Like, that's such a bad training turn that I'm actually clicking recreation. Despite the fact that I was gonna get a mood up in like 4 turns anyways. Like, I think it's genuinely, like, that alone is already almost worth it. Completely anecdotal, but John Musume boosted the tissue rates. Yeah, you think so? Fucking John Musume. Friendly reminder that I did take 3 wit cards. All of which have between 30 and 50 specialty prio. Kinko show. I'll be fine in that one. He wouldn't exist without John Anime? No, but John Anime approached John Musume about making a Musume anime. Thanks for this 5 speed, I guess. Alright, we're definitely taking the Moxie now. No undefeated this time. Aw, darn. John Anime is his great-grandfather. Jonathan Anime. I always take the bottom option regardless. Don't care. Gamba, gamba, gamba. What you got for me? I would say Haru and Seiyun, but really it's just Seiyun. Haru's not really doing a whole lot here. Fast pace, love it. Groundwork, love it. Excellent. Parent run so bad, DJ asked to leave the Uma community. Oh, whoa, my second ever double friendship training this run. Huge. And it comes with a hint. And we don't have to run anything this turn, so we actually get to click on it. Give me your energy and wit. Garbage, 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 garbage. It'd be so funny if I took a Guts card and then I ended up getting Stamina to 600 instead. Just accidentally. That does seem to be what's likely to happen here, but I'm gonna pick the wit. Imagine if they gave that Bourbon card some actual specialty prio. She would actually be kind of busted. I'm gonna hit the speed and whip breakpoints. I want an extra hint. Hints are more important to me in parent runs. If I get all the hints now, I don't need them later. Zoom. Also, the new event card looks kind of decent. What's it got? What is it, first of all? Damn, Etsuko is really elated this time around. Alright, this is not a great turn to be training because I'm running the next 2 turns in a row. I think I'm actually just resting here and accepting. Well, I'm sleep deprived. I was gonna say I was gonna accept the overcap on stamina, but we didn't even get that option. It's a Tosin Jordan speed card, 50 specialty prio. That's decent. Hold on, I can look that up real quick. I'm sure it's like on the database, right? Um, zippity zoopity over here. Database supports. Support card list. Show upcoming, and then I gotta scroll a billion miles down because it showed me all of the upcoming. Where are you? Tosin Jordan's speed. Okay, let's peek this real quick. Effectiveness of training, that's already a good up. 10% training effectiveness is like a solid baseline, especially for an event card. 20% friendship, that's fine. No mood bonus, that's not necessarily the worst thing. Usually that can be carried by a different card. Initial speed's fine. Initial friendship is not super low, so it's not a negative. 50 specialty prio. Standard race bonus, fan bonus, so probably not good for track blazer, make a new track, whatever you want to call it. But, like, initial power and speed bonus as well. This is, like, a pretty solid card. I don't think it'll be good in this upcoming scenario. We'll see if it gets power crept before the next one after this. But this one on its own is pretty good, yeah. How's our what are our hints? Medium straights and corners, solid. Pace chaser straights, also solid. Position pilfer. I always find it weird when they throw a random late surger skill in there, but sure, I guess. Stamina to spare is fine as well, especially if you're running like X Ogity. So the hints are solid as well. We get Bofa from an event, which is a little inconsistent, but it is a gold blue nonetheless. Speed stam, speed skill points, or energy. And randomly, you're gonna lose energy, but how many... Okay, so you don't always get it. It's RNG on that. And then we've got mood speed or stamina, pretty normal, and energy mood or lucky 7. You're always taking energy mood, right? Yeah, seems pretty decent. Seems pretty decent. It's pretty decent compared to some specific event speed card. You don't like gambling on 14 skills with gold ship speed? Why not? You're just a hater. Beef, pork, chicken, curry. What? Can I help you, Tamolo? What the fuck was that about? A fresh of breath air. I love saying it that way. Breath. So I have vodka, which is a guaranteed breath of fresh air, so in combination with the Tosin card, it works great. Oh, just to get, like, more hints on it? Ooh. Yeah, I'll take that. That gives me a decent chance of hitting 600 stem. I do need to hit 1 or 2 more good wit trainings. You can assume that we're going to get like another 70 to 80 in every stat by the end of this run. So like I need maybe a couple more wits and a couple more stamina trainings. No, I'm still going to click on that one, unfortunately, but... Hey, long corners I'm not really going to use, but maybe I take it if I have nothing else to take, just so that this has, you know, secondary use as a grandparent on a future long track. Okay, there we go. That should get our wit where it needs to be. Hey, could you stop giving me these random fucking events and give me Bourbon's third? I'd really prefer not to have to lose out on early lead. It's not very cash money of you. Ooh, more tail held high. Delicious. Okay, we're racing this turn. We're racing next turn. We're racing the turn after that, and then we're racing... We're gonna run 4 races in a row, and they're definitely gonna hate me for that. But I'm gonna do it anyways. One day closer to Kita-san. If God wills it, I will pull her in the 63. I sure as hell hope so. I got shafted hard on her card. I sure hope I can get her on the free pulls. Well, 4 hints on wet conditions is good enough to probably... Well, I probably shouldn't take it before I know I need it. I have lots of other stuff to be taking. Case in point. Early lead, ramp up, fast-paced. I've got a groundwork down here and a tail-held high to take as well. I've got, potentially hesitant pace chasers. I've got unrestrained. We've got plenty of skills. We're racing. Hit me with it. Then I can pull Satono Diamond, and they are friends, so they'll be happy together. Bourbon. Bourbon event. Bourbon event. Ah! No, that's just random shit. I'm just gonna start clicking on stamina. I want to hit 600. I'm not hitting 1100 on anything else, so... Alright, we run the JC. I'll skip over the Queen Elizabeth. And then I'll drop 200 pulls to pity her and have no carrots. Basically. Dude, how does Silent Suzuka just absolutely demolish every career? I never have trouble with Suzuka. I guess it's just because her ult is so easy to trigger. It's just like a freebie every time. At least it's a freebie in career. It's not a freebie when you race against people who know what they're doing. But, hey, could you not sleep deprive me? That'd be pretty cool if you didn't do that. That would be slick. If you could not fuck me like that. Also was looking for a Kita-san gif on Twitter, and all of... Yep. You know damn well what you're signing up for. They know it damn well what they were doing as well. Alright, maxed, maxed. You're basically maxed. This is already good enough stats to win, so we'll just try to hit our 600 stam and call it a day. See if we might pick up a couple more hints along the way. And we'll watch the finals. And then we all have to come together in prayer just before I click the final button so that we can manifest a frontrunner spark. What you got for me, Kita-san? You got a corner recovery in there? Oh, dude. The hints are on our side today, though. I will say. That was like a 1 in 6 right there, because I think we had focus and corner adept already. It's just that easy. So we got 27, 37 coming in, so actually we're good on the stam. Even if it hits the 3 instead of the 5 on Etsuko, we should still hit the number, right? Because 35, yeah. We got 15 because Akikawa's maxed out. We get 12 from the race. So that alone puts us at 92. We get 5 from completing the campaign, so 97. And Akikawa will, at a minimum, give 3 because she's in the orange. I'm pretty sure she'll just give 5. So that'll bring us over 600 stam. I'm taking the hint on Enos. Steadfast. Stinky. What's up, Jordan? Her race was specifically correct. Correct. We'll take the corner recovery because we are trying to train a Xmas Ogre that will be making use of it. We won't take the gold on that yet. We want to take a multitude of skills first. Specifically those two for sure. And then we'll see what we can get with the unrestrained and final push, because I know we'll have enough hints for at least the white of that. Might end up taking straightaway depth, might take wet conditions. Either way, we've got lots of skills. Show me what you got. Show me the finals. We've got like 800 speed. It's not that great, but I know you're going to win anyways. Be back later, maybe? Word. This man's not going to pray with me? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I was about to silently judge you after you left. Thank you for praying for my sparks. No, not a good, since it's not food related. Holy shit, she ran off. Nobody catching her. She's like gone. Oh, this person's trying. This person's trying. She's not succeeding to the point where she didn't even pause a pace like contest. Special week already running up on the side over there. I don't care much if people catch up to me, to be honest. I should just trigger my ult fine. This one front runner is like trying their best. She's like, oh, I'm gonna catch you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. And then she doesn't. And then boom, ult. Got a blast. Just run the pace forward a little bit more. Just to fuck with people a little bit more. I don't have unrestrained, so I honestly don't think I'm gonna win by a whole lot here. Although the Ignited Spirit speed might allow for a little bit of speed carryover into the late. There's the Professor. That's kind of a bad timing on that, to be honest. Yeah, no, nobody's catching me right now. I really gotta go. Well, someone's trying at least. I think Symboli Rudolph was too far forward to actually trigger her ult, so I don't really see how she's gonna catch me. Unless I don't trigger any skills, I guess. Ooh, there goes her ult. Nah, still not enough. Good try. 470k. What you got for me? 3 or 5? 5? There's the 15er. And there's the 5er. Alright, we can get, at the very least, final push. Looks like we don't have enough for unrestrained, which I guess is fine. Not taking any of those. I could take hesitant pace chasers, or I could take taking the lead. I don't think I can take either of those alongside wet conditions because it's a little too expensive, and I'm definitely not giving up final push. It's a little too good of a hint. I think I'm partial to taking the lead over hesitant pace. So this is going to be our final build. We ended up with shit stats, but holy skills, baby. We got 13 skills, 3 of which are gold, so like kind of like 16 skills. That's a lot of skills. All right, time to put a prayer together. I pray for good sparks. I pray for excellent sparks. Just front. If you're willing, 2-star front. 2-star front, 2-star of whatever else you choose. That's all I ask. Some white sparks would be cool, but you don't have to. I really just need the 2-star front. Just some front, really. Just like, you haven't given me front in so long. I need some front sparks. Front sparks! It's 1-star guts. I don't know how I feel about that, but front sparks! Let's go! Corner recovery, focus, early lead, tail held high is not a bad lineup of white sparks either. This is just barely serviceable. Like if this were a 2-star guts, I wouldn't even be mad. 1-star guts is like kind of fuck you a little bit, like a little bit fuck you. That was like a 1 in 5 chance of getting guts. A little bit fuck you, but not so much fuck you that I'm not willing to work with this. um, it'll do. It'll do. Your carrot. Are we gonna do it again? Probably. Nice. Man, you can go up to 10? 1600 must take ages. Before I start the next run, I do need some more water because I am completely fucking out. So I am going to go ahead and run ads real quick so that we don't have to see them, hopefully, anymore for the entire stream. Um, and I will be back in just a moment. I am to be returning. How's it going? Boop, boop, boo. Just forget the word. Toes before we get too old. We are garden that's bursting into life. Do I want that? I think I have enough friendship points for when apparently there's a shop coming around soon that I should be saving up for. I'm pretty sure I have enough of all of these various currencies, but in case I don't, I suppose I should hold on to them. I think there's a money shop, a friend point shop, and a club point shop or something like that. I don't think there's a cleat shop, but I already buy everything with the cleats. As for scouting, we're at about 110 pulls here. And then we've got 28 for characters, so 138 on characters in theory. And we've got 50 on support cards, so if we wanted to pull for a support card, we'd have 160. So we're getting close-ish to pity at this point. I'm probably going to throw a random 10 pull at Mihono Bourbon, just because. Pedactyl time. Oh, we did all of the dulls at the beginning today, actually. So we've actually only been doing Uma for like 1 hour at this point. So we definitely want to train another parent, right? I guess I could try my hand at training a better El Condor Pasa. Because right now, last minute CM training wise, this is what I've got to beat. 1035 wit, 1180 speed, about 1000 power. That's hard to beat. The Turf S is good. It's really just the skills here that are kind of mid. She doesn't have a lot of options that allow her to actually trigger tail held high. She's got prepared to pass. She's got it's on if she passes someone. She's got ignited spirit speed. Those are the only three that are guaranteed to trigger in the mid race. Pace Chaser Straights has a small chance, as does Straightaway Excel. If they trigger, there's a little bit of straight where that can happen. but otherwise she needs to hit 3 for 3 on these skills for Tail Held High to trigger. So these are a little hard to make work. If they do happen, she's usually in decent position though. Anyways, I don't know if I can actually beat that. I guess I could give it one crack. We'll give a crack at one ace. One El Condor Pasa ace. For that, I'm gonna want the Super Creek. I think it's this one. I could also go for this one, but I don't think that one's as good. There's also this one, but I don't know why I would do that one. Heike definitely happens. She's my best, I think she's my best Sprint Spark. Let me make sure that's the case real quick. I thought I got another Sprint Spark yesterday, but maybe I was mistaken about that. Oh, this is by affinity bonus, my bad. Date acquired. Yeah, I got a 2-star power, 2-star sprint, but she doesn't really have much in the way of, she's got a late Surger Spark. She doesn't have very much in the way of affinity either. She's just not really a good parent. Even though I do prefer the little bit of extra power, she's just not the play. Not the play. So it's gonna still be Taiki. So you get me a B, but you're on pace, so it's a little bit less likely that I get the Sprint Spark. But honestly, at this point, I need to just be taking that Gamba. We hope for the best. I'm running a Pace Chaser, so we're definitely running you, Megiddo Arden. We're running Biko, I believe, because Biko gives she gives meticulous measures, which is good. The gap closer's a little bit weird, but it can help. Plan X is good, but maybe I actually prefer just taking where you at? Where are you? Bakshin. Bakshin, Bakshin, Bakshin. Bakshin plus Suzuka is fine, I suppose. We're definitely taking Marvelous. That's 10, 20, 27, 32. Yeah, this should be a fine loadout. Do I have a better... Oh, you also give Prepared to Pass. I should definitely use a Fine Motion in here. Maybe I'm using Fine Motion over Megiddo Dober. I like Dober for her 15% training effectiveness, but she's not, like, that crazy. You've got 10, so, like, it's not really that much of a loss. She does still give friendship recovery. She's got pretty low specialty prio, but it is still there. Nothing wrong with this. We'll go this. And I'll go the Senate Suzuka simply because she's my best speed card I own. And we hope that we hit our stamina breakpoints. Gotta rewire my brain. I'm allowed to train these things if I want to because we're over on Unity Cup now. Finally, I caught an Umamusume stream. How's it going, man? 3 here, 2 there, but it's Arden. Arden's got some good hints. I'm partial to Arden here. That's 3 and 3 basically, but with the hint. Pace Chaser Savvy, nice. And in this perfect weather, we find a place together. Guess we're training Wit again. How you doing? Did you make Group A? You said you did, right? Group A finals, that is, of course. Yeah, second round, first try. Very nice. I had to wait till day 2 to get it my first try. And I guess I'll take that risk, sure. I was recreating this turn anyway, so it's fine. Ah, that's good training. That'll do. Definitely taking the mood here. Maybe we get lucky and she shows up next turn right away. Definitely Stam. Might as well train up Stam while it's still early game, right? If we get lucky and a bunch of our trainings are on Stam, that's honestly a good thing. I'll take a 2% failure. For a second there, I thought I heard the failure noise, and I was like, oh, well. But, like... fuck me, I guess. Always check, make sure. Are you training a Pasa for finals? Yeah, I figured I'd just throw a random one in the ring. We got an okay front-runner Spark parent on our first run today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and train an ace, see if I can do better than the one I have. I doubt that I can, but you never know. Just throw one run at the wall, see what sticks. You've got like a sprint corners in there for me, right? Yes, you do. You are now DJ Stinky the Cat? Why? What did I do to deserve that? I'm not very fast, am I? It'll be fine. We win those. It'll be fine. See? Dirt B and everything is easy. I got a 13k S sprint and she is pretty good. Mine is a, I think I've got a 13.4. Her skills are kind of whatever, which is why I... Wait, is she 13.4 or is she 14.3? She might be 14.3. Let me go. I'll go check. I'll show you the one I'm currently running. Where are you? Yeah, she's 14.3. 14.4. This is the one I'm currently running. Outer post proficiency, not great. Pace Chaser Straights is fine. She's got an Intimidate hiding in there. Her tail held high is a little hard to trigger, since I don't have a lot of mid-race stuff. Enough, but not a lot. Like, if I could get 1 or 2 more mid-race skills, I think she would do a lot better. Because she really wants to be towards the front. Like, she's got It's On, she's got Prepared to Pass, she's got Pace Chaser Straights can trigger in the mid-race, but it's inconsistent. Ignited Spirit Speed is quite good. Tail Held High can trigger if those trigger. So there's enough in there that she has a 30% win rate. But I could do better than that. Should I send you mine? Sure, you can. Are you in the Discord? Or wherever, I guess, if you have a better idea. Oh, and she has Turf S, which honestly is probably more important than Speed S in this particular CM. I'm gonna send it in DMs. That works. Give me the stamina. Oh, those suck balls. They are the suckest ballus. I guess I'll take the speed. You're such a port city? What the fuck? You can't say that to me. You're such a Liverpool. me the power. I believe in myself to just hit the stamina requirement. I want the power, I want the speed. Fine motion gives decent hints, right? No. Her hints are kind of whatever. Nimble Navigator and not really straightaway excel either. Um, Nimble Navigator's fine, but I'm gonna get it anyways, you know? A 1 in 5 chance of 15 skill points isn't exactly great. Ooh. I love when they go double time on this part here. Alright, we judge. It's judging time! Redshift. Obviously, long shot's probably pretty similar to mine, where this is kind of just RNG with the outer post proficiency. Same idea, right? Corner depth, good. Straightaway depth, good. Little less consistent, but good. Straightaway excel, same as me. It's on, same as me. Meticulous measures, I've heard, is quite good. Engaged spirit speed, pace tracer straights, sprinting gear, all good. I don't know about tactical tweak. I can't remember what that's about off the top of my head. So this is a solid skill list. I think the only one that I'm a little bit iffy on is Redshift. It is not Bruno Mars. It is not Bruno Mars. I actually forget what we put. I forget. Yeah, Redshift, I really like all these other skills. Redshift's the only one that's kind of... and the stats. Solid stat line. Yeah, just a solid stat line across the board. Kind of surprised that's only a 13-1, actually. Okay, do I want the speed here, or do I want even more stamina and a bubble pop, but we also get, like, a little more... Oh, well, actually, the width's not bad either. I think I prefer the stamina with the bubble pop here, because we get the Hadu value. I think this is the one I want. This has been a pretty mid early game. Not bad, just mid. That's going to be a rest 99 times out of 100. We get the sleep deprived starting off. Great. Alright, Agnes, done. One less name in the pool. Man. Taking 2 speed cards and then never seeing them in the speed category is always rough. Sleep deprived is also rough, because the second you get it, it's like, oh great, I get to train 1 time, and then I have to fucking rest again. Okay, 6% failure. You gotta take that risk. You gotta take that risk. That's a percent risk you gotta take. Is this the full of the... No, this is a different one. Target and sight, long shot, both toss-ups. Professor of curvature, ramp up, prepared to pass, sprinting gear, pace chaser. You know, honestly, I might like this one more. It doesn't have meticulous measures, but it's got a lot of the similar skills plus the Professor of Curvature. I guess you don't have it's on here, so it's a little like hit or miss. Stats are better though, generally speaking, yeah. You could maybe get stamina checked if you rush. Maybe. You shouldn't be rushing too much because you're sorry, because you have such high wit. But that doesn't mean you won't. We take those gambles, though. We take those gambles. My speed is really low. This dude who says his name in every fucking song. Speed stam? Yeah, speed stam me. I think that's the most I need out of stamina for right now. I don't think I'm running any of these early races. That's a good training. Lucha Libre Sol. Power Guts. Good lord. Alright, suddenly wit. Jesus. They were like, yeah, I heard you didn't get any wit last run. Here's all of it. Hitting rank E before Unity Cup always feels decent. It usually is a good sign that maybe you could win the top one as race one. I don't know if I'm going to take that particular risk, though. I think I'd much rather play this one, probably lose one and draw two, and just barely win, as is often the case with these. Yeah, pretty solid, actually. I noticed a lack of no stopping me on this build. Do you not usually run no stopping me? I found that it's generally pretty good. It is Gamba E, but I mean, most of the skills are, so. Especially for a skill that's a little bit cheaper than most. Ah, there's a good speed training. I was wondering. Technically only a single, but enough others showed up with their training effectiveness that it was good. Power every time here. Power, yeah, I click on the power to make up for the lack of power trainings that I can get elsewhere. Another 30. Very nice. And a lot of these are coming with a Unity training or two, which feels good. Am I willing to take an early skill? Probably not. Maybe a pace, I'll take a Pace Chaser Savvy. That's a solid, cheap 3-hinter. 30 extra, 40 extra wit's good, right? I really like Long Shot now. It gives more consistency. It procs like 66% of the time for me, and because of SSR Agnes Tachyon, I always have 3 hints. 55 skill points for 40 hints most of the time. This is my deck. I'm using a 2-speed 4-wit. I'm running Fine Motion for the Prepared to Pass or Speed Star, plus potentially a Nimble Navigator, I guess. We run Majido Arden for the left-handed and for the Pace Chaser Corners and Savvy. We run Marvelous Sunday for the Straightaway Adept, Ramp Up, both Hesitant Pace Chasers and Frontrunners and Tail Held High. Her hints are exclusively good. Agnes I run for the 10% race bonus, to be honest. And Suzuka is just the best SSR I have, so I run her. She's got 61 specialty prio, so she's pretty consistent. And I borrow a Bakshin for her skills as well. And Pasa tends to have a lot of events that can give power, so you can kind of make up some of the power she lacks. I think she also... Does she have power scaling or not? I forget if she's a 2010 wit or a 2010 power. I think she's a 2010 wit. Yeah, she's a 2010 wit. You'll be real. You suck. Rest. Well rested, gets 50 anyways. Well, that's a waste of energy. That's fine. SR Agnes Tachyon. I was about to say, I didn't actually know there was an SSR Agnes Tachyon. It's because there's not. At least I don't think there is. Maybe there is. I don't know. Suzuka is really not good for Pace Chaser. I would say I would take... my SR Halo is 0 limit break. That Suzuka is a stat stick. That is what Suzuka is. I know she's not good for Pace Chaser. She has exclusively frontrunner skills. But she's quite the stat stick, especially at 3 limit break. I've never taken a 1 limit break SR Halo, though. I have a 3 limit break. We got the Sprint Spark. I have a 3 limit break, Sweep Tosho, but that's just also a stat stick. Her hints aren't good either. So I've gotta get a good balance of stat sticks and hints, and some of my cards serve double duty on that. But then there's ones like my 0 limit break Fine Motion, definitely not a stat stick, right? She's there for the hints. She's insane for frontrunners, the rest not that good. Well, her stats are good for any character. It's just the skills that aren't, right? The skills are literally all 9 of them are frontrunner. But like with the exception of the notable lack of training effectiveness, friendship bonus, mood effect, both very, very high. Average race bonus, 61 specialty priority puts her at the second highest in the game, I'm pretty sure. For speed cards, anyways, behind obviously Kita-san, and a skill point bonus, which is fine. That's a good one too, right? It's not like groundbreaking shit, but it's what I got. If I had an alternative, I would take it. What am I training here? Am I just gonna run the Satsuki show? I don't know if I have the speed to win the Satsuki show. I could run the Oka show. Get some skill points. Since these trainings are pretty mid. Yeah, I could run the Oka. Should be fine on the Oka. Did you get good Spark? I got 1-star Guts, which feels bad, but I did get the front runner and some good White Sparks, so I'm probably going to use it for now and just accept that I've got a 1-star Guts. I'm probably still going to run some more Parents before I fully commit to that, but she's got the front Sparks that I need. So we'll have to deal. Easy clap. Go next. By a neck, not even close. Oh yeah, I gotta actually put on her agenda her mile secrets. She's gotta run. What's she gotta run? She's gotta run the Mile C year 2 and the Yasuda Kinen year 3. And of course she has to actually win the NHK mile as well. Which is easier said than done with 387 speed. Yeah, 1-star Guts is like Curse of Ra. I hit 600 on all 4 other stats, too. They were just like, get fucked. I don't suppose you got a fast learner in here for me. I haven't seen a fast learner in ages. It's been like 30 runs since I last saw a fast learner, I swear to God. I don't love taking any of these right now. They don't have a lot of hints. They're kind of expensive. We're just gonna have to raw dog this shit. God, I love this Mexican judge. I've really come around to Pasa. I like Pasa a lot. Hey, we won. Damn, I really didn't expect to beat Taiki, but beat her we did. My speed deck options are 1 limit break Matikane SSR. That's okay, that's serviceable. 1 limit break Biko SSR, that's also serviceable. 4 limit break Aishin Flash, 4 limit break King Halo SR, that's probably the best option there. And Taishin, who is good for end closers, there's just not too many of them that aren't Taishin. Especially on dirt. Alright, I've accepted that I'm gonna lose the Japanese Derby. I never expect to win this shit as Pasa. At least not when I'm training for sprints. You just, yeah, you get third, you're like, cool, we go next, right? Like, it's not that deep. I don't need undefeated as my epithet. We'll be alright. And Grass Wonder is an American weeaboo that moves to you. Is that actually the backstory there? Alright, we clearly need some more speed. Hopefully we see like a double wit next turn and we can be in a good position for... Never mind. Good position for summer. Honestly, this isn't a bad speed training. I'm a little bit not certain that I should be clicking that, though. I think I'm on that wit shit. We're only losing, like, 6 stat points, and I'm not going to be below 50 going into summer. Pasta is so funny because if you win the Mainichi Okan, she literally gets hospitalized. I actually do remember this. Ooh. Spicy. Alright, show me what you got. She is chud affectionate. Win! Lose the X. That makes sense. Yeah. Win! All you need is 3. Second race tends to be the hardest one. In my experience, anyways, second race tends to be hardest. It can be the first race if you pick top on first. I pick one. I pick middle and top, or top and middle, and then I go top, and those two are usually shoe-in victories. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take a double bubble pop. Double bubble trouble? Do you have relevant hints for me? No? Yes. Pace Chaser corners. Thumbs up. Bueno. 5% failure, we win those. Not bueno. Because winning ticket just annoys me. Yeah, she's easily one of my least favorite. I usually pick top, middle, top, top. I go middle, top, top, top unless I had a really good early game. Ooh, another one. By the way, I just looked. Sweep Tosho should be better than Suzuka as long as she is not 2 limit break or lower. Okay, but like, is that just based on the random power rankings tier list? And it also depends on what the rest of your deck is, remember. That's actually an important part of it, is what the rest of your deck is. I found a website that ranks them based on what you already have in your deck. Four limit break, Sweep Tosho, SR carrying me the last 2 months. Mine's only 3 limit break. I only recently got her to 3 limit break as well. I think she was at 1 for a good while. An unfortunately long while. Share website, please. Do I still have it? Let me see if I still have it over here. Gotcha. Do I still have you bookmarked? I do. The UI is a little bit jank, but it's not bad. There you go. Takes a minute to get used to the UI. You know, honestly, I might still click that speed. Nah, we rest, we rest. This is right around 50 energy missing. We rest this. 49. Honestly, I didn't even check to see if it's been updated recently. I think they usually update it pretty quickly, but... Am I crazy for thinking that Focus is actually really good this CM, even on Pace Chasers? I feel like it is. I feel like Focus is a pretty cheap way to just reduce the amount of bullshit you have to deal with. Especially since being in first is so important in this one. Being up front is something that I feel like I would want to make sure I can do. Anyways, Mainichi Okan. My stamina is not good enough. Ask me if I care. I got it. I had a really good summer, which is good because my stats were looking pretty rough going into summer. We got like a solid 120 wit. Like 120 wit out of summer. That was a solid summer. Um, I don't think I'm crazy for clicking wit here. Get a couple of bubbles on characters that are getting close to full. Alright, Suzuka's done. Suzuka's events do give a lot of stats. Ooh, do I wish I could click on this button, but I have a mile championship to run. What does that give me? I need to check. Is it worth it? Is it worth running those races? If I'm not... Character list. Pasa, I need you to chill your britches for a moment. Miles Secrets gives 20 speed, 20 wit, 20 skill points affected by race bonus, so 30, 30, 30. 60 stats. That training alone gives like 45. You do have to understand that you get some stat points and some skill points out of running the race. This is random, but I do really appreciate the schedule, Soy Jack. Absolutely. I gotta come up with a few more so that I can like loop them a little more. So I'm not switching back and forth between two. This is so much though, man. That's such a good trick. Like, it feels bad to intentionally give up on Miles Secrets, but that's such a good training. I'm giving up on Miles Secrets. Gotta be the life. My life is a video game, Soy Jack. Hold on, let me see. My life is a video game, Soy Jack. Oh, this motherfucker. That one. I gotta let my stubble grow out. I gotta, like, take the picture in the morning when I have some stubble. But it's not gonna come through very well, because I don't have a very high quality camera. Webcam. Just various soy jacks. Yeah. Am I just gonna keep clicking wit? No, I'm gonna click this one because we're about to get an energy up. And I need speed. Hey, can anyone confirm this? I'm pretty sure a few runs ago, I made it to FanFest, the one that happens in like early April, late March. There's that event where you need to have Akikawa at 3 bars, like the green or better, to get the ultimate level up. It's the second one. I think I got to Unity Cup. I did it in Unity Cup, and Rico wasn't yet at 3 bars, and I think I still got it anyways. Can anyone confirm if you actually need Rico at 3 bars to get that event in Unity Cup? Like, my ult still leveled up, I'm pretty sure, and I don't think she was green yet. In Unity Cup, Rico friendship doesn't seem to matter. Okay. I had to confirm that, but... Like, yeah, I definitely knew that you didn't need it maxed to get, like, the bonus at the end. Because she ain't the one who give you the bonus anyways, right? She gets kicked the fuck out. Don't you fuck me on 3 triples. Okay. Good. If you give me 2 double circles and 3 triple circles and you can't win any of the single circles, fuck you. But we won 1 and that's all we need. Same thing happened to me a couple times. Okay. Then I will consider it as good as confirmed. Give me the energy. You know what would really pop off right now, Pasa? It'd be pretty fucking cool if you got a hot spring ticket right now. It would be nifty if you did that. Honestly, if you give me anything other than tissues, I'll be happy. Just to be clear, I'm not asking for a lot here. Bushel of carrots? Great. That's an excellent choice. I love carrots. You love carrots. We all love carrots. Absolutely. Excellent choice. Also, my speed needs some serious work. This enhances the lore because Rico is useless in the universe. Nobody asked you, Rico. She takes over the school and we just ignore her. The students convince her to have a duel. I'm wasting probably 5 energy if I rest right now, but I don't like any of those trainings. 4 energy. I've gotten, you know, that's an underrated skill in this game, is being able to tell exactly how much energy you have up there. Straightaway spurt and a mood up, or a potential mood down and 5 wit, or just 15 skill points. I think I'll take the skill points, thanks. I'm not an end closer. I like this wit. But that's a girl failure I could support. If you miss the gamble on her support card event, she gets injured while playing Dance Dance Revolution. I do remember this. Show me Pace Chaser. Pace Chaser! Well, that was a lot of other stuff. I guess we'll take it. Chukyo is actually relevant, isn't it? Aren't we on Chukyo? Huh. Yeah. That's our first mood down. Honestly, can't even be mad. Also, training sucked this turn. I clicked the button. Very hyped for Mambo. I'm hyped for the memes around Mambo. I'll be taking the left-handed here. Hi, Smokey. Welcome back. God damn. Well, as much as I'd like to run the Victoria Mile, I think I'll still run the Yasta, probably. But once again, I'll take 40 wit. 40 wit and regenerate my stamina. I think I've only rested like 3 times this whole campaign. Hopefully I can pull enough copies on Kita-san to get her to 3 stars. Oh, did she start as a 2-star? Is that what it is? Hi, Smokus. That's my favorite kitty. You're the best kitty in the whole house because you're the only kitty in the whole house. Understood. Oh, Twin Turbo's a 1-star? Oh, damn. I didn't realize that. Bro, why do you have to make these insane trainings on every one of my race turns? You think I won't click the wit if you're giving me 33 and my energy back? Fuck yeah, I will. 4 unity trainings? Like, jeez. And the mood downs are just like, meh. Stupid time difference. Bitch, it's only been like 1 month since you last had that issue. We haven't fallen back yet. Easy clap. Pretty happy with my deck options everywhere except power. Well, good news. Power cards are generally considered the weakest going forward. So you might be alright. My deck options suck balls on everything except wit. My guts options are actually decent, just guts hasn't really ever been relevant. It will be coming up, though. Simply pull Hishiyama Amazon. Just simply win. Have you considered winning? You know, if I had considered that option earlier, maybe I wouldn't have shit deck option. I think I'm going to probably train speed here and then maybe rest for the mood up. We'll see what they give me, though. Because, like, if you give me some nutso wit, again, I'll click the wit. I don't mind if I'm losing 10% if you're giving me crazy-ass trainings. Like that. Like that. And then... Sure. Whatever. I guess. Whitney. Also, Nishino Flower Power Card is great. The stats on it are kind of whatever, but the 15 race bonus is... That's one I have maxed. Have to go for real now? Have a good one. I'll see you around, Rex. Honestly, this is a good turn to recreate. Great. Ooh. Got that 30 energy regen. 40? Sheesh, might as well have just rested. Now, we are a little bit lacking in speed right now, but if I can hit probably, like, 1100 by the end, I'll be happy. I might run the Queen Elizabeth, depending on what's next turn as well. If I don't have any good trainings, I'll run Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, these count as not great trainings. Left to left, left to right. From today and day to night. Okay, that's a right. Let me watch and far away. Left to left and left to right. Yeah, we'll be fine. Fine, in quotation marks. Hey, we got 5 guts. That'll make the difference. See? We won by 10 licks. That 5 guts made an obvious difference. Another 13 wit, eh? Number 2 favorite. Take that and shove it. How about... Another prepared to pass int is nice. You know, we never did complete the, Did we get Speed Star? I don't think we ever completed that path. No, we didn't, because I would have gotten at least 3 prepared to pass hints, right? Or can she give 1? Maybe she can give 1, and I just got unlucky and I didn't realize it. Ooh. Another excellent wit training. You want me to run the Audimo with this fucking stamina? Man. I'm praying for you there, Pasa. You got 1,200 skill points. Maybe I should use a couple of those. Well, I'm probably taking Mummy, but I'll wait until the end for that. Nimble Navigator with the 2 hints already. That's a shoe-in. Prepared to pass with the 2 hints. Also a shoe-in. Turbo Sprint, obviously not helpful yet. Hesitant Fronts is probably going to happen. We've got Pace Chaser Straights and Corners is an easy choice. And we've got Ignited Spirit Speed with 4 hints. Those are all excellent choices. Yeah, so we've got Corners, and we've got Prepared to Pass and Ignited Spirit Speed. That's already 3 mid-race skills. We don't have Tail Held High yet, but you never know if Marvelous Sunday might... Boo! Toss up whether or not this is better at this point. If I would rank my best deck options per stat, it would be Stam, because you got a Creek and a Cafe and a Top Gun. I do have the Top Gun. I don't even have Super Creek. This is what I mean by my SSRs are shit. I don't even have Super Creek. I have 0 SSRs that are better than 1 Limit Break, except for Suzuka Speed. That's the only one I have that's better. Except event cards, of course, but those are already weaker. Those are more comparable to SRs anyways. Second is Wit, because you got a lot of 4 Limit Break SRs. I'm in the same boat there. That's probably my best. Third, Speed. Fourth, Guts. Fifth, Power. For me, it's probably... for me, it's Wit, Guts, then probably Power, Speed, Stam. My Stam options are ass. They're abysmal. I have Mayano, Max Limit Break, and that's like it. I've got like a 2 Limit Break Manhattan Cafe, and that's what I got. Right? Like, you can tell me I'm gonna lose that sprint, but I'm not actually losing that sprint. You can lose against the duo if you want to. You can feel free. Okay, yeah, 5-0. That works too. Fuck him up. Give him the 1-2. I only got Creek after that. I mean, I just didn't get it. Jesus! The Wit cards are actually showing up today. I cannot be mad with the Wit cards. They are like, we are here for you, brother. You do not need to worry. I love the cadence of her winning message. How's it going, Ace? Ooh la la. Resting is for nerds. We train. My wit is high enough that my stamina is fine. And we'll still hit 400 stam, so it's fine. That L is crazy. How long have you been playing? I started around Champions Meeting 3, so it was like a month or so after the game released as when I started playing. This has definitely been a excellent run. I think I'm kind of clicking the power there. I don't like... this is a tough choice, actually. The hint might be good. The stamina is just like a little bit extra. The speed will bring us over 1100, which is probably the most important thing to do, honestly. Is just to click the speed to make sure you get as high as you can. 82, we're gonna get around 400 stam. The stam and guts being so low is honestly just like a little bit concerning, but the wit should be fine. We're just gonna gamble it. Guts is the one where I use more because Urara, Mambo event, and maybe to limit break Yukino. Guts is... I mean, Guts is gonna be great in the next upcoming campaign. How long have you been playing Ace, by the way? I forgot to ask that question back to you. It's on is definitely happening. Actually, before I click that, that is a rather expensive skill. Let me make sure that I want that first. I'm definitely taking left-handed, and Mummy is a little too good to give up on. That extra excel really does make the difference. Playing Ace? Possibly. There's a world. We're gonna have to compare it after this. We're gonna have to compare after this. Easy clap on Bitter Glass there. You are a finale champion. 10 skill points. Okay, that's a solid run. All right, we've got 839 skill points to work with. We took that. We took the left-handed already. We could always take Chukyo if we're concerned about the stamina, but I don't think I am because my wit is so high. We've got No Stopping Me, which is definitely happening. We've got Turbo Sprint, which is random, but can be good. We'll consider that option. We've got Hesitant Fronts, which I do like. We've got Sprint Corners, which definitely happens. Pace Chaser Straights and Corners we already took. We took Pace Chaser Savvy. We took Ignited Spirit Speed. Okay, so we got 600 skill points to really work with. We've taken all the super high value shit. I think I'm partial to, at the very least, ramp up. I don't know if I'm going to have enough points for something like Focus. What is that? Jordan just says random shit sometimes. Don't worry about it. I could take Focus here, but I don't know if I like Focus more than Hesitant Fronts. Hmm. I think I like it more than Hesitant Fronts, though. It's essentially a 10% multiplicative bonus to our starting speed, right? Do you know who can turbo sprint or what? Yeah, Sakura Bakshi no. All right, it's on. No stopping me. Sprint corners. Focus. And sprinting gear. I like this. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Since we have both sprint corners and pace chaser corners alongside prepared to pass, we did not get tail held high, but we kind of still have a similar amount of mid-race excel, or speed, rather, alongside it's on. We're gonna have to just compare 1-to-1. Yes, Sakura Bakshi no. Now, the game suggests that it's a significantly worse character, but I think a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that the stamina and guts are lower. Her speed is similar. Her wit is actually significantly higher. So we're going to put the little diamond on you, and we're going to compare. El Condor pasa. Filter these. Okay, 1100 speed plus left-handed, 1150 speed. 1180 speed plus double left-handed, 1240 speed. Speed-wise, definitely the better one. No Stopping Me is actually not that good this CM. Why not? It feels like it would be a solid one. It triggers in the late race, same as always. I mean, it's a little bit harder to trigger because it's a little harder to trigger on straights than corners, I would imagine, but the Excel is still the Excel. That's why you take it. You take it for the Excel, not... Well, the lane movement speed is helpful as well, of course, because, you know, you don't want to get blocked. But the Excel is really what you take it for. It's a cheap Excel, even if it is random. So this one's got about 80 less speed-ish. Yeah, about 80-ish less speed. Less stam and guts, which is, you know, a concern, but Not necessarily game breaking because we don't need that much stamina. Power is about 70 lower, and there's no turf S, right? So already not looking very good. But the wit is about 70 higher. You've got focus, so you can get out to an earlier lead. You've got it's on prepared to pass, sprint corners, pace chaser corners, ignited spirit speed versus it's on prepared to pass, tail held high, ignited spirit speed. A lot less mid-race stuff. Unless you get lucky with pace chaser streets. A lot less mid-race stuff. These skills, honestly, not that crazy good. These skills, pretty good. Sprinting gear is dice roll crapshoot, but I honestly like the mid-race speed more. I might actually run this character over the other Pasa. I might like this one more. Because if I trigger my ult alongside Mummy, I kind of win regardless of my speed, right? Like, that's just, it's just too expensive. Really, too expensive. It's one of the cheapest Excel skills, though, isn't it? A shorter time where it can proc and do something, that's fair. But it's like the cheapest Excel skill you can get. It's 150 base. Head on is 160. Not that unrestrained works, but unrestrained's 180, isn't it? Encroaching shadows 180. And whatever the late surger one I think is also 180. If you're inheriting an ult, it could be anywhere from 140 to 180. I guess it could go down to 120 if you get lucky, but usually you're probably looking at 160 or 180, so that's more expensive too. What's it more expensive than as far as Excel skills go? Besides getting lucky with inherited ults, of course. I concede that if you can find Mummy and Pasa ults on someone other than Pasa, those are probably better. Although those only give 0.1 Excel, and No Stopping Me gives 0.4, right? You basically needed to proc almost instantly to get value. Hold on. I actually need to check this. Games, gotcha. Racing simulator. I was under the impression that max speed actually isn't super helpful in this particular CM because it takes so long to accelerate. Or less useful. Obviously, it's still useful. But like if you check out like the acceleration rate, you're accelerating for about 80% of the last spurt if you don't have any acceleration skills, right? On a Chukyo, you accelerate for about 80% of the late race. No Stopping Me absolutely has some value if you trigger it like here instead of here, right? Like, yeah, it might not be as bad as like a long where you accelerate slowly over time, but you're still accelerating for a long portion of this race because it's so short. Or am I misunderstanding what I've read here? Granted, that's someone without any skills, so maybe I real quick throw on a couple of acceleration skills and see if that changes anything. Let me try that again. Here, we'll go El Condor Pasa. And we'll do Hurl and we'll do Mummy. Right? Those are usually what you're gonna be running. We got the distance, probably an A, surface S. We'll just go with the one that I'm currently running, right? 1200 speed, I don't know, 1100 wit. And I guess I have 900 power, not 800. Stamina, who the fuck cares? 500. Zero. um, that's about what I have, right? So you can see that you accelerate a lot faster if you trigger both of those, but you've still got like this whole chunk where you can trigger no stopping me, and I feel like it's still going to be useful. Also, what happened here? Oh, I guess I failed my uphill trick check here. Right here, you fail your uphill check. I kind of forgot that there was an uphill right there. That uphill actually slows down your acceleration a little as well. You can see that the bar goes a little bit more vertical on the red here after you get out of the uphill. So you actually need acceleration pretty badly. Now, if you don't have access to El Condor Pasa's ult, who is really, really good for this, and you're running, I don't know, fucking Taiki Shuttle, um, who can't really trigger her ult at a good timing, but you can inherit her ult, right? You can inherit Pasa's. Um, Inherited uniques. What the fuck is her ult called? Victoria por plancha. Uh, if we compare like that, you can see that as soon as you take away Pasa's better acceleration, it takes way longer to accelerate. I can see no stopping me being quite helpful here. My internet says bye right now. Oh, sevens to your internet, good sir. Just got check. Okay, it's not me. Yeah, so losing out on Pasa's inherited does actually make something like no stopping me pretty helpful. Um, no stopping me. Let's see. Depending on when it triggers, you do definitely get value out of it. Um, in a race where acceleration means everything, I think it's definitely worth taking. Anyways, let me claim my shoes and donate some to the poor. And we'll go ahead and get out of here for the day. Go see who's hanging around. Maybe we could raid someone. There you go. There's some shoes for everyone. Cheers. Zoop. How many people we got on Twitch right now? 2, 3, something like that. No need to raid then today. No need to raid then. I don't usually like to raid if we don't have any people around. It just makes me feel like I'm attention seeking more than anything. You know what I mean? All right. I'm a dip. You know you can raid. I did know that. I'm a dip out of here. Hope you guys. Ooh, hiccups. Hello. Let me remove those from existence real quick. Um, Hope you guys have a good day. Good Lord, Jordan. I will see you tomorrow for what do we got tomorrow? We've got. I want to say I have like 9 kings on the schedule tomorrow or something. Slay the Spire tomorrow. Slay the Spire Thursday is 9 kings. So I'll see you guys for that. Peace out.